Pasko ay maalala mo pa rin ako. Hinahanap-hanap pag-ibig mo. At kahit wala kang na, nangangarap at umaasa pa rin ako. Muling makita ka at makasama ka sa araw ng Pasko.
Two lovers forbidden from one another, a war divides their peoples, and a mountain divides them apart. Build a path to be together, and I. Secret tunnel through the mountains. Secret tunnel. Yeah.
Iva, look, a merman.
So is a wealthy politician. It is no surprise to me that he has a merman. Wait, a merman?
Oh, hey everybody! I'm a merman.
I heard a strange voice just now. Could it be? So there's Kappa and Merman living in So's Pond. Just randomly. The project lead blinks, shifting her eyes down to scan her new colleague's personnel files again, attempting to make some sense of things. So, in total, you are 9.
Yeah.
There's 8 of us and 1 of them. But don't be fooled. I am number 1 around here. She is only number 2.
Don't call me by my number.
We know. We promise to respect our little Konikong. The discordant snake entourage begins to overwhelm Chris McGreen, but they're quick to adjust. Why don't we get back to subject at hand? As I was just saying, it is a human-centric perspective. Why does no one ever try seeing things from Melusine's point of view? Probably because Melusine don't write many academic papers. Isabeth is forced to defend herself, or at least her legacy.
In fact,
I've written plenty of papers on behalf of my kind. Thank you very much. And they have been published, no less.
We know that. But just because you are a genius when it comes to aerospace materials, does not mean you know jack about literary theory. Don't be so negative.
Thank you. Maybe one day I'll write a story about aerospace engineering. Then we'll see who is laughing.
What's that you've got there?
The flowery bouquet she received from Voyager earlier pokes out into view.
oh,
Voyager gave me these flowers that she picked on her journey here. I feel like I have seen them before, but I don't really know what they are called. What's wrong?
Isabeth looks perplexed.
These are lilacs. You're sure she picked them? Because wild lilacs only bloom in the spring. Que bizarre.
She laughs suddenly.
I must be losing my mind. Too busy to even remember the time of the year.
Kiprina laughs along.
yes, Miss Elizabeth. Look, spring is here already.
Huh.
I stand straight and still, for the lives of my soldiers rest on these shoulders. There is no turning back. History makes judgments. I make decisions. Всем подразделениям! Вперед!
I'm in a bed. Am I dead? I wasn't sure if I'd wake up. Thought it was the end. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, spirits. Thank you, Jacob. Jake, I kiss you if I could. The night is over, knock on wood. It feels so effing good to be alive. And Scrooge laughs the kind of laugh that can wash away years of sadness. A huge laugh, an impressive laugh for someone so out of practice. Hey boy on the streets, mister, what you want with me? Please don't run away, just tell me what's today. What's today? Why, it's Christmas Day, Christmas Day. For heaven's sake, it's Christmas Day. I'm not too late. Hey, here's some cash, run to the shop and buy the best looking turkey they got, the biggest and the fattest, and send it to Bob Cratchit. Let's make Bob's Day on Christmas Day. Woo! The next morning, Scrooge hurries to get to work early. He hides the grin from his face when Bob comes in late. So let me get this straight. You skip work, then come in late. Why don't you just rob me, Bobby? Or I'll give you a raise. Wait, what? A raise, Bob, I said a raise. So are you okay? Never better. You're being crazy. No, Bob, you're priceless. Priceless. Merry Christmas. Scrooge was better than his word. She did it all and then some. Scrooge became a better hack, and like a second dad to Tiny Tim. So in our own past, present, and future, we would do well to remember him. So when you're stuck saying bah humbug, when you're shutting life out, think of how the Scrooge turned things around. The meanest man there ever was became the merriest man you ever found. The loveliest, the charmiest, most generous, benevolent, the nicest neighbor, the smile maker, the friendliest singer, the best demeanor. No one sweeter than Ebenezer Scrooge. Dear readers, people have their own ideas about this war. There are all kinds of records circulating, some real and some fake, each one more dramatic than the last, because the papers always want new and shocking truths to report. But I refuse to waste time on things that will eventually be examined from every angle. Instead, I want to look beyond the typical explanations and think about how this war really started and where it may lead. For ordinary people like us, it was only in the final weeks or even days before the fighting began that the reality of it all began to set in. It felt like any other peaceful sunny afternoon until, without warning, there were soldiers in the streets and conscription notices plastered every wall. Years later, trapped in a maelstrom, we can still look back from the quiet center of the chaos and remember how calm the summer afternoon was before the war. The contrast burns in me like a hole in the pit of my stomach. Of course, everyone looks back on the past with longing. In our minds, we still see champagne, outdoor cafes, grand theatre performances, and the endless optimism of the World's Fair. Just by remembering those things, we can't help but smile sadly at what's been lost. Just by remembering those things, we can't help but smile sadly at what's been lost. The well-known historian Orwell An arcanist once wrote, "No noble heirs could ever redeem these vulgar, flashy streets." How well those quotes describe our lives before the war. Now we eat butter substitutes and bread made from bran, because the real wheat and butter have been sent to the front lines. Though the bread usually arrives molded over and hard as tack, the butter arrived with maggots and fit only for rats. But we have gotten used to it. We stiffen our necks and tighten our belts under the notch, because deep down, everyone still believes that when the war ends, we'll go back to living the way we used to.
This seems like a good place to rest, Miss Anjanala.
Yes, that kind of Pahi is quite fun, but I think that a break would be good.
Excusez-moi? Are there any available seats?
Bonjour! Right this way, madams.
Have you decided what to order, Miss Anjanala?
I always served coffee to the elderly folks in the Harfell home. May we order an espresso from the garçon?